a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And welcome to the show. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here. We greatly appreciate you. It really means the world to us when you support the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show. All of our expert contributors are local area business owners, salesmen and women, and also, of course, our team at the Platinum MVP team. We greatly appreciate you reaching out to the hotline and supporting the program. We got a great lineup for you today. We've got Bruce Woodburn back on the show, the loan arranger, Crosscountry Mortgage. We're going to do a real estate and mortgage update for you. Also, Shane Stanfield's coming in, cryogenics, rejuvenation, and recovery. We're going to talk about health in the second half of this show. He's got some really awesome therapies and can help you rejuvenate, recover, and energize your body with his office there in Palm Harbor. I've been going, and I can tell you firsthand, it's a first-class operation, first-class experience. I've been doing their laser therapy on my shoulder, and it's really helping. So before we jump into this great content, we want to let you know about a couple of our hot listings here that we've got in Tampa Bay. Also, one of our sponsors, our restaurant partner, the Consumer Quarterback Show for Tampa, is Brio Tuscan Grill. International Plaza Mall, excellent food, all homemade from scratch Italian food. Excellent. I highly recommend it. It's delicious. The salmon salad is delicious. They have lots of great flatbread pizzas, daily specials, happy hour specials as well over at Brio Tuscan Grill. We're talking about the International Plaza location. Talk to Chef Oscar Ramirez. Tell him the real estate quarterback sent you. Take him up on special offers and incentives. You could also say hello to Joseph. He's the general manager. Say hi to Joey. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers. Free appetizer just by mentioning you're a fan of the show. And also, they will hook you up with a free water with lemon as well every time. All right, so we've got Bruce coming up here. We're going to talk about real estate. Also, the chief economist from the National Association of Realtors. I'm going to read a little bit about what he just recently posted. Before we do, here we go for a couple of hot listings. And if you'd like to have your real estate properties featured live on air, syndicated on 80 outlets worldwide, thousands of listeners every day, reach out. We'd love to talk to you. We've got a hot listing here in Tampa Bay. This is 11722 County Road 672. Now, this is a commercial and could also be seen as a residential property. And you might think, well, how could that be? Well, it depends on the use. It depends on what you want to use it for. We've got almost 20 acres of land. This is a farm. It's a tree farm that encompasses almost 20 acres of land. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family home, beautiful home on site. You have a open floor plan in that home. Expansive 40-foot by 100-foot warehouse as well. You have lots of storage for your farming needs. Refrigerated trailer that's there on site as well, so it's set up as a manufacturer where you could back right up and load it up like a packing house. 11722 County Road 672 in Riverview, Florida. This property's listed just over, I believe it's over like a $1.7 million list price on that one. We also have vacant land for sale. Now, our company lists vacant land, commercial properties, residential properties. 3417 Poinsettia Drive. This one is in Hernando Beach. Beautiful property on the waterfront. You've got bay access here, and we just did a price improvement of around $15,000. The owner's motivated here. This is on the cul-de-sac, and it's a residential waterfront lot with access to the direct Gulf access to Gulf of Mexico. You have community upgraded boat lifts as well, water and sewer connections available, no HOA or CDD fees, public boat ramp around the corner as well, and you're very close to the Weeki Wachee where you can go hang out with the mermaids. Say hello to the mermaids up there. So check out all of our listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. Check out our website, PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
All right, we're going to our phone line here. We got Bruce Woodburn back on the show. He is the loan arranger, Crosscountry Mortgage. And Bruce, what are you seeing out there? How's the market treating you?
Oh, man, the market is crazy right now. Lots of things going on. And I got a lot of updates to cover with you. You got a minute to cover some updates?
Let's jump on it.
All right. So, first of all, for all you first-time home buyers out there right now, Hometown Heroes still has some money. There's not much left. But think about this. You buy a home, you're a first-time home buyer, meaning you have not owned a home in the last 3 years as a primary residence. Now, you can get 5% of your loan amount back to cover your down payment and closing costs. You use Platinum MVP team, you got a winning team to help you. There's no reason why you shouldn't be getting into a home right now. You get discounted interest rates with Hometown Heroes, lower closing costs with Hometown Heroes, fixed rate loan, first-time home buyer, and money to help you with your down payment and closing costs. One of the great things that are happening right now and available for a limited time, Brandon. So I'm highly encouraging people to jump in the market for that right now. Also, we got a lot of other things happening right now. Rates settled down a little bit. We saw a little bit of an improvement in rates. So those things are really positive. I don't think we're going to get into the sixes anytime real soon, but we are no longer pushing up against the 8, and now we're in the low to mid 7s right now if you got decent credit scores. So, and we're helping veterans all over the state of Florida. Veterans, no money down, perfect time to buy. I can go 100% financing on VA up to $1.5 million. Can't beat that, can you, Brandon?
I love it, man. And here's some recent updates from the National Association of Realtors chief economist. Says after a huge boom in 2020 and 2021, home prices decelerated after rising mortgage rates ate into affordability. Now, however, for the fourth consecutive month, despite generational high mortgage rates, home prices are re-strengthening due to an ongoing housing shortage. A 6.1% rise in the latest home price index.
How do you like that?
So he goes on to congratulate Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire. You led the country in home price appreciation year over year, particularly Vermont. He goes on to talk about that, but he also says, congratulations, Florida, Idaho, and Maine for having the biggest price appreciation since COVID lockdown. Wow, 60% in 3.5 years. So think about it, Bruce. And what that makes me think about, my friend, is when people wait, they're losing equity, right, in a sense, especially in hot markets like Florida, Tampa Bay, Orlando. So talk about that, especially with the rates right now where they're at and what we see happening and what we predict will happen coming up very soon.
Well, it's easy to see that when rates are up, you got 8 out of 10 people that are afraid. They're just living in fear. They don't want to buy. They say, I'm going to wait for interest rates to drop. Now, this is a perfect indicator because, you know what, it's interesting to me to see how many people do and how many people don't listen to the professionals. You and I have been telling consumers, get in the market now. Don't wait for interest rates to drop. We can always refinance later, but you can't reverse the price cycle. And a lot of people out there, Brandon, we heard them saying, oh, I'm going to wait for prices to drop. The market's going to crash. Prices are going to drop. We're up 6%, folks. We're up 6% on a $300,000 house. That was $9,000 in a year. Listen, there's no reason to not buy right now. Buy right now, refinance later, experience that appreciation. But I was listening to Barbara Cochran. You see her on Shark Tank, and she's a real estate mogul.
Yep.
She was saying, Brandon, that she's anticipating that the price of homes when interest rates drop to the 5s will be up 15%. 15%.
I believe it. Yep.
So what are you going to do? Your house that's $450 will easily be $500. Your house that's $500 will be $600. That's what you're looking at by waiting. And it's easy to refinance. Look, if you come back to me, you get your mortgage through Bruce Woodburn, the loan arranger at Crosscountry Mortgage. I don't charge any lender fees when it comes to refinancing. So you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. You think about a $450,000 mortgage that goes from 7.5 to 5.5. That's almost $600 a month in savings. Just get into the house now, because you figure for every 1% that interest rates drop, housing prices will go up 5. But some of the experts are saying as much as 15. There's just no reason to wait right now. And what's going to happen to the inventory that we've got when rates drop. Right now, you got 2.5 months worth of inventory. That's all you got. 6 months is a balanced market. When those 8 out of 10 people that are sitting on the sidelines jump back into the market, that inventory's gone. And then we're back into that nonsense that we had where it's constantly bidding wars, paying over ask price. Sellers aren't willing to make repairs. If you're a veteran or a first-time home buyer, don't even think about getting in the market when rates drop. You won't be able to compete. Right now, we're helping that first-time home buyer. We're helping the buyer that's only got 5% to put down. We're getting seller-paid closing costs. We're getting sellers to pay for buy-downs, which gives you up to a 3% lower than today's prevailing rate. If you could get 2 to 3% under today's prevailing rate, would you buy right now? The answer should be yes. If you'd like to call me, you can reach me right now at 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009. Or go right to WeBringYouHome.com. Easy website, super easy to navigate, easy to apply online. Dude, I can't do anything technical, but man, my online application is made for dummies like me. It's super, super simple. So, and then you can stop off and go to the cryogenic clinic over there, get yourself freeze frozen, and then go into Brio and get yourself something to eat.
There you go. I like it.
Right?
Bringing it all together there, Bruce.
Bring it all together, baby.
Bruce Woodburn, WeBringYouHome.com. WeBringYouHome.com. Check him out online, and does a great job. You know, hey, I can personally attest as well. One of the biggest things in real estate is this feedback loop. You know, when you have so many moving parts with mortgage, title, home showings, feedback, you want feedback and you want communication. And Bruce and his team does an excellent job of doing that. So I highly recommend Bruce, the loan arranger. And definitely want you reaching out to the show and talking about that as well. Taking you into break here. We're going to come back more with Bruce. I want to talk about job growth because that's another big part of what's happening. We're going to have job growth coming up. Also hear more with Bruce. Also K-Score. We have a program called K-Score. Now, this is something you might want to think about. It's an opportunity for you to get licensed for free. Keller Williams has a program powered by Kaplan, and it's called K-Score. And I want to touch on that when we come back as well. It's a way that you can get your real estate license for free. If you've ever thought about that, reach out. We'd love to talk to you, and we'll coach you through it, and we'll get you making a referral fee on all of your friends, family, anybody in your network. You can simply refer that business into us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
I want to give a special thanks to Satellite Phone Store. They just hooked me up with this beautiful satellite phone, and it's a gorgeous phone. It's a great device. It's a safety device as well. Think about it. If you're out on the boat 40, 50 miles out, maybe you're going hunting or you're going hiking in the woods somewhere, you run out of cell phone service, or who knows, maybe a possible terrorist attack. It's not like our politicians aren't entrenched in all this stuff going on overseas, all over the place, all over the world. Could be a terrorist attack. They could attack the power grid. They could attack the cell phones. Who knows what they're going to attack next. Sat123.com/REQB. Sat for satellite. Sat123.com/REQB, like real estate quarterback.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Brandon Rhymes here, back in studio. Quick shout out to our friends over at the beach. If you ever thought about that local staycation or making a vacation over, we highly recommend the Bilmar Beach Resort on Treasure Island. Clyde Smith is the general manager, longtime friends of the program. 4 or 5 years now we've been going down there. They've got 90% of their rooms overlook the beach. I mean, you're literally stepping out into the sugar sand beaches and dolphin-filled waters of beautiful Treasure Island. The beaches there are beautiful, are just gorgeous beaches. BilmarBeachResort.com. Book directly at BilmarBeachResort.com. We're going to be heading down there, I believe, Christmas week and enjoying some downtime over at the Bilmar Beach Resort. Check them out online. Book directly. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives. All right, a couple of hot listings here, and then we're going to go back to Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, and we're going to talk a little bit about job growth because that's a big driver in our markets here when we think about real estate and the different effects on the economy. All right, a couple of hot listings here. We got a property on Blissfield Road. This is 13232 Blissfield Road. Now, you're surrounded at this property by lots of development, booming development actually in Odessa. It's Odessa, Florida. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property, 1852 square feet. Now, what you have here is a nice front porch, expansive lot, 30.33 acre lot, generously sized front porch, limited possibilities for outdoor activities, gardening, expansion of the property. You're 1 mile from Hillsborough County, a block away from State Road 54. They're actually building a Lowe's right on the corner there, is what I'm told is being built there. Starkey Ranch across the street, 13232 Blissfield Road in Odessa. Another one of our hot real estate property listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 6504 South Linda Street. This is another beautiful Tampa property. Tampa Bay is a hot real estate market. Job market is on fire as well. We've got lots of corporations moving here, so that's what makes it a strong market. 1,900 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, quarter acre of land. So I'm told some people are saying you might be able to build an extra parcel on there, another property there, maybe an outbuilding. We got a beautiful, motivated seller opportunity here, updated kitchen and bath, willing to put money towards closing costs. 6504 South Linda Street in Tampa, Hillsborough County, and you can see all of our listings online at PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Try that in a small town. See how far you make it there.
All right, so I'm going back to Bruce here in just a moment. Bruce, I want to read another statement here from the National Association of Realtors related to job growth. So job growth comparisons among states show which states will see long-term rising demand for housing and which may see a slump. Rocky Mountain states of Idaho, Utah, Nevada, and Montana are flying high. Any dip in home prices will thereby be temporary. Texas and Florida keep attracting more companies and people with their zero state income tax. So it goes on to talk about how realtors in those states should be, partnering with home builders or talking to home builders because that's another market as well. But yeah, so your thoughts around that part of the equation when it comes to job growth?
Well, I think that, job growth in Florida will continue to rise. I mean, we don't have any state taxes here. We got oceans on both sides of us. You've got lakes all in between. You've got you just got a great place to live. You got all the attractions right here. You got, Tampa's got tons of attractions. Orlando's right up the road. It's just a great state to live in and a great state to raise. Both you and I both raised our families here, right?
Yep.
I mean, so it's just a great place to live. I think that job growth will continue to be bolstered in Florida because companies want to move here. They're better in taxes. So it's a great place to bring companies, and I think that we will continue to thrive. Honestly, Brandon, I think Florida is still undervalued. I don't think that people realize what a good deal home prices are, and they don't because they're in it right now. So they look at it and they go, oh, wow, prices are really high right now. No, they're not. They're going to get a lot higher.
Right.
We have a lot of room to grow. Look, go to San Antonio, go to Atlanta, go to some of these other cities that are similar climates and look at their prices for what you get over there. Look at Austin, Texas. Look at Phoenix. It's just, we are so undervalued.
Yeah, we sure are.
Two biggest mistakes, Brandon, I ever made was I didn't buy enough properties. Think about if you bought a property between 2008 and 2015 after the recession, right?
Right.
Would you have made a lot of money?
Absolutely.
And then I sold too many properties in 2018. Big mistake. Didn't buy enough, sold too many. Now, we are now in a similar situation to where we are in a lull in the market. Now is the opportunity. You know, my favorite phrase from Warren Buffett is, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Now is the time to be greedy because others are fearful. They're sitting on the sidelines. They're waiting for things to happen. They think that the market's going to change in their benefit. It's going to get higher. The only thing that's going to get better is interest rates. But when interest rates drop, you're going to see the market just skyrocket in value. So now's the time to buy. And, you know, Brandon, I lend in all 50 states. I don't brag. I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm one of the top producers in the entire country. You can check out my Googles, check out my Facebook pages, my YouTube. I don't tell you that because it's about me. It's about the team that I surround myself with. Right. Just like the Platinum MVP team. It's not just you and I. We are here at the forefront, but it's the people that we surround ourselves with that make our clients' experience so great.
That's right.
And I'm always there to help you and your clients. It's an honor to work with Platinum MVP team. You guys, you and Lindsay run an amazing team. And I'm going to tell you something. If it wasn't for the people that you surround yourself with, you wouldn't have the success just like me.
Yep.
It's always about that talent that we hire. You can call me now in Tampa at 813-213-4009 or go to WeBringYouHome.com. Check out check out my YouTube page. And I always enjoy having Brandon on the air on the Lone Ranger radio show on the Bone. So, as a matter of fact, Brandon will be featured Saturday on the show. So you'll want to tune into 102.5 at 11 to 12 on Saturday.
Yeah, Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, and I'm holding a Florida Realtor magazine here, and it's got interesting data here. U.S. consensus data that by the Tampa Bay Times last year. Polk County, talking about Polk County, was the fastest growing county in Florida and the 7th fastest in the nation. And all of the nine large metros in Florida are expected to grow by 10% or more in the next decade. So that's just further proof of, you know, the investment that's happening in Florida, the infrastructure. You know, it's a law and order state. We don't have these crazy things happening. You know, there's a big debate coming up with they're promoting it on Fox right now with Sean Hannity is going to be the moderator, and it's going to be between Newsom and Governor DeSantis. And to me, it couldn't be two polar opposites. You have one state that lost 542,000 people last year. In our state, Florida, gained number one in the country in migration, 319,000 in net migration. So complete polar opposites. But that's why people are moving here. That's why people feel safe here. People want to raise their families here. They believe in law and order, and that's what we have here. Bruce, 30 seconds. Back to you, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gavin Newsom, why would you ever vote for somebody that has got their state in bankruptcy? But besides that, this is a real estate show. This is about you and I helping consumers navigate the process. And I just want you to know, Platinum MVP team, teaming up with the Lone Ranger, Bruce Woodburn at Crosscountry Mortgage, are a winning team, and that's what we want to bring to the table for each and every one of our buyers and sellers. So just call Brandon, call Lindsay on the MVP team, and I'm going to tell you something. You will not find a group of people that care more about their consumers, and that is the truth.
Thanks a lot, Bruce. We really appreciate that. And likewise, your team does a great job. We appreciate the call-in, appreciate the follow-up, and everything you do to help pre-qualify these buyers and get them on the road to success. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thanks for having me join today. You guys have a great day.
Absolutely. Likewise. My pleasure. All right. We're taking a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about health and nutrition and rejuvenation, recovery with Shane Stanfield. Cryogenics is the company right here in Palm Harbor. Local companies support the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show. And make sure you check us out online at consumerqb.com or give us a call on the hotline, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show.